What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here from the heart of New Jersey. The joint is brought to you by DraftKings. Listen, 3 weeks have 5 weeks have gone down in the fucking books, and you're still dicking around. Football is back. College football is back. It's time to review the tape. Get ready for DraftKings Sportsbook. We got football this week. We got fucking UFC this week. We got college football this week. We got the baseball playoffs, and they start tonight with St. Louis against the Los Angeles fucking Dodgers. But let's talk about football. They're giving new customers $150 instantly if you bet $1 on any motherfucking football game. You heard me right, cocksuckers. Head to DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Download the app. Bet $1 on any football game, NFL, and get $150 in free bets instantly. Who takes care of you like that? DraftKings and Uncle Joey. Now, if Sportsbook is not available in your state, like in Massachusetts, DraftKings has a huge cash prizes up for grabs with the daily fantasy contest. Listen, download the Sportsbook Fantasy. It's tremendous. They're giving away $1 million in fucking prizes, and you're sitting there scratching your head thinking about, when do I get my unemployment check? Fuck that. However you play, DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at $1 million in total prizes with their first deposit, whether it's DraftKings Sportsbook app or DraftKings Fantasy. But what you're going to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Let's get that party started. You can bet tonight, the Dodgers against St. Louis. Tomorrow night, you got pro football, and then the weekend, you're the fucking king. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code Joey, and get $150 in free bets when you place $1 on any football game. That's promo code Joey this week at DraftKings Sportsbook app, the official sports betting partner of the NFL and the UFC. Now, New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Colorado, West Virginia, only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customers. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, I don't want you lurking over here like a spider. It's only going to get worse. 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But if you're straight, you're solid, and there's not going to be no misunderstandings, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today, and let's win some fucking money. It starts tonight with the Dodgers and St. Louis. They got a same-day game parlay tonight. You can make some real fucking money. But it starts with you downloading the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. The joint is also brought to you by one of my all-time favorites, Onnit. The Alpha Brain Black Label brought me back along with the therapy. They're fucking fantastic. And at night, you're like, Joey, how do you get to sleep with all the shit that's going on in your life? New Mood. New Mood relaxes you like no other. It's a tremendous supplement. Whether it's the Shroom Tech, Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech Sport, or Immune. I mean, listen, Onnit's got it all, but it starts by you. It starts with you. Go to Onnit.com right now. Look over the website. Look over this great supplements they have. Beef jerky, elk jerky, MCT oil. They got it all on it. But you're sitting there unfucking healthy. You understand me? They got a Shroom Tech Immune that'll help you. They got a Shroom Tech Sport for working out, long runs, whatever you're doing. The Alpha Brain is just tremendous. It's a supercharged formula. Mental processing is at its best, and you'll be so focused you'll be burning through people's souls. But it starts with you. Go to Onnit.com right now and press in Joey, Joint, or Church, and get 10% off delivered to your house. The best supplements in the game. Onnit. The joint is also brought to you by Freeze Pipe. Nothing makes you feel like a bigger loser than hacking up a fucking lung when you take a bong hit. Freeze Pipe is here to turn all your fucking pink lung babies into weed masters. Let me tell you something. Even Lee Syatt, who used to cough after every fucking little bong hit, doesn't cough anymore with the Freeze Pipe. Why? because it's frozen. It's like getting snow out of a fucking, when you're in Colorado, I used to get snow and put it in the bong. You could smoke fucking Susquehanna weed and still think it's fucking tremendous because it takes that edge off with that cold moisture. You understand me? So smoking weed doesn't have to hurt your lungs. With Freeze Pipe, you get an icy cold hit every time. The secret to Freeze Pipe is it comes with a detachable chamber that you put in the fucking freezer. It's tremendous. The smoke passes through the frozen part and cools down the smoke as you inhale it. It's like putting fucking ice cubes in a bong, but better. It's non-toxic. It freezes faster than water, and it stays frozen longer. Freeze Pipe cools down the smoke by hundreds of degrees, and your throat will thank you. Whether you hit a pipe, bubbler, a bong, or a dab, they got it all. Do me a favor. Go to freezepipe.com right now. Right now, before we even get off. Once you finish up at DraftKings, go to freezepipe.com. Press in code Joey, and I'm going to give you 10% off your first order. Whether you're into bongs, pipes, or bubblers, this is the pipe for you. That's freezepipe.com. Press in Joey and get 10% off. You go deep in the murky waters with Freeze Pipe. I love you motherfuckers. Let's get this podcast started today. It's Wednesday. We got no time for fun and games, cocksuckers.
Hey, how you doing? Come on in. Yeah, Joey's in the back.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? October the 6th, Wednesday, unfucking believable week. Tonight, you got the Dodgers against St. fucking Louis. I don't know which way to go. Fucking St. Louis won 92 games in a row. The Dodgers are the best team in how can the Dodgers play in the wild card and they have the bet, they're predicted to win the fucking World Series over the Giants? Who the fuck knows? Aren't you happy I'm into something now instead of fucking smoking dope and whatever? I got hobbies, cocksuckers. I love baseball. I've always loved baseball. I won't watch a whole fucking game. Like last night, I didn't watch the whole Yankee-Red Sox game. I'll watch a couple of innings just to fucking, while Mercy's in the shower or some shit. Last night, I went over to Jimmy's and watched the game. Tonight, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, tonight, she's got a fucking game tonight, so there's no fucking Dodger game for Uncle Joey tonight. You know what I'm saying? I got to go watch my daughter play softball. But it's been a great week. I fucking, I love doing podcasts. I love what they stand for. I love everything about them. But sometimes I let them get too fucking serious. Sometimes I like just coming on here and having a fucking goof, you know. Too bad I don't smoke dope in here or whatever. My daughter's upstairs, so I can't be down here acting like fucking Tommy Chung. She could smell it right through the fucking floor, but it's all good, man. We're having a great week. I'm happy. Whatever happened last week. It's in the motherfucking past. So today, I want to just make an easy fucking podcast so you guys can giggle a little bit and get your fucking boots back to you. I'm having Lee Syatt on today. It's a little church reunion, just us talking some shit, just to slow down the week. We had a lot of intense podcasts the last couple of weeks with big-time guests, so I just wanted to chill today, just have a little tete-a-tete, and hopefully you'll fucking enjoy it. If not, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my fucking best here. I'm having a good time. I'm healthy. And I'm here for you cocksuckers. Whether or not you fucking like it, I don't give a fuck. Enjoy Lee Syatt, cocksuckers.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What up, Johnny Cheech?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Getting old, brother. Getting old sucks.
No, you're not
Holy
old
shit.
yet.
The shit
What's
I used
going
to
on?
do fucking in LA 5 days, 7 days a week, I can't do now.
No, you're sleeping until 10 o'clock now. You're
Sleeping
relaxing.
Slept till 7 today, but went to
Okay.
bed at fucking 11:15. You know,
Damn.
I go to bed early. I get fucking so stoned, Lee. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much the tolerance has changed, Lee.
Wow. Yeah, I'm good on like 100 milligrams now. I smoke. I know you have those freeze pipes. I got a couple freeze pipes. They're fucking awesome.
Those freeze pipes hit hard.
They do,
I
but it doesn't
haven't
make me
used the
cough.
bong. I used the fucking little one.
That's what I use.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I tried it one night. I didn't want to roll a joint, and I put weed in there and keef. And my eyeball almost came out. I was like the one-eyed fucking Jew. Did you put the whipped cream up her ass yet?
No, I've been doing it without whipped cream. I gotta watch the calories.
Nah, you got to put the nozzle in her asshole like Starbucks. You ever go to Starbucks when they don't put whipped cream on the coffee and then put the lid on it? They put the lid on and then put the fucking nozzle in the fucking coffee, and then you got to do the same with the asshole so it comes out. You put a little half a cherry on there.
I gotta
eat that ass. How long have you been eating ass for?
like 2 months. I gotta give you your credit, man. When you're right, you're right. That
It's
wasn't
tremendous, isn't it?
it wasn't that bad. I don't
It's
know.
not bad.
We were just having sex and like it would just like I've never had sex like this. Like it's actually like it's fun. It's like we have a ton of sex, and I just looked at it one day. I was like, I had you on my shoulder pretty much. I was
Lick
like,
it, cocksucker.
I gotta do it. And I just dove in, and we joked about it before that I don't like doing that because and she knows about you, like teasing me about it, and I just went right in, and now it's like every day you gotta see what it's like.
Doug, and your immune system. I don't know how the fuck you got sick again. Because when
I
I
don't
was
know.
eating ass on a weekly, I was spitting the flu. I was spitting the flu right in the face. I would see the flu on the street and just spit in his face. Fuck you.
It wasn't that bad. It was.
I hope you're Listerining, though. You got to have Listerine. If you're going to eat ass and pussy, Listerine has to be your best friend unless your front tooth will turn brown. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that in your fucking life. That's how you know somebody's an ass eater. Their front tooth turns a little brown and shit from the fucking shit juice. Now, when you eat the ass, it don't even stink like shit. I told you, it's got a little wham to it.
No. She showers before every
even
time
if they
I come
shower.
over.
Listen, I can shower 20 times, put a hose up my ass, and there's still going to be a little residue of that shit smell. But you know what? When you lick a woman's asshole, shit's never smelled so good. Do you know what I'm saying? It smells like it's like broccoli. Like you look at broccoli, it smells like that, but it tastes good for some people. I don't eat it. It's like putting a dick in your mouth that's got jizz on it, that's freeze dried and shit. I hate fucking broccoli. I remember I went to Hollywood Bowl one time. Some guy was eating broccoli next to me. I was ready to fucking barf. He had that
Who's
cold,
eating broccoli at the Hollywood Bowl?
You
What
know
kind
these
of
fucking
animal-
Gentiles, dog. They go to a concert with fucking broccoli. Who the fuck does that? You go to a concert to kill yourself, not to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? The fucking broccoli. He was probably drinking kombucha juice and shit. You know, fucking
Oh my God.
drinking vodka light. I don't know why people do this shit. The world is upside down.
It really
Nobody
is.
one that gets vaccinated, but they snort coke. You know, I don't get it. They don't want to get vaccinated, but they eat ass. What's the difference? When you eat somebody's asshole, you're vaccinated. That's it.
Oh yeah.
You don't even need
There's
to present
antibodies
your
in there.
ID. Just breathe in their face. Just give them a shot of fucking asshole breath. Am I good to go in? And they're like, yeah.
Well,
You've
it is
passed
funny
the
you said
test.
that Listerine because she has 2 little kids. So like every time we do that, I have to go like brush my teeth because like they are like knock on the door the whole time. Like we have to like sneak around. It's weird with kids around.
And it sucks when you're eating ass and some little fucking cocksucker's knocking on the door. And you're like, knock on the door again, I'll kill your mother. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I dare you to knock, you little fuck. I'll kill your mother. When I first started comedy, I went home with a chick one night that had a kid. Never again. You never heard me talking about that, did you?
No.
No, because I did it once. And then, mommy, what's going on in there? What do you think I'm doing? I'm fucking mom. Relax. Your dad left. You know what I'm saying? Your dad's from Baltimore, Jack. He went out for a ride and he never came back. You know what I'm saying? He went for cigarettes and never came back, you little ugly cocksucker. Now you want to ruin my parade.
Oh my.
Your father took a look at you and said, "This kid's gonna be a half a fag. I'm not sitting around here." Mommy, what's he doing to you? I'm pulling her hair. You fucking doing coke. Your mom don't even love you. She's doing coke, cocksucker.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that was the only time you did that with her.
One time I took a chick home in Boulder after a comedy show. As we walked in the door, she's like, "I hope you don't mind I have a child." Okay, well, unless he's sucking dick, he's going to throw some quarters in my ass. I don't care. What's he got to do with me? Fucking the next morning, we were snorting coke and shit. I'm all fucked up, jerking off in her ear. And he's banging on the door. "I want cereal." There ain't no cereal. It's closed today. I got mom tied up. You know what I'm saying? I got mom tied up in a Brooklyn basement. Like Biggie. Let's face it.
Oh my God, my cheeks hurt, Joey.
And he kept banging on the door, and I'm like, "Go away."
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "I'm fucked up. I can't get you cereal." I'm like, what kind of fucking, I'm going to have a poster at social services now, a wanted poster and shit. I can't have the never again, Lee, never. I never even talked about it. 8 years on a podcast.
Yeah.
You never heard me talking about dating a girl with kids because I know it's a fucking night. Listen, if I met a girl and the kids were cool and she was cool, I would have probably ended up with her, but that thing was a nightmare that night.
Oh, I can imagine. I got really lucky. Her kids are really cool, but I gotta say, I look forward to like 7:30 when it starts to be bedtime. I start getting a little boner sometimes. Like, yes, it's bedtime. Let's go to bed. Let's read you. But the kids are cool. It's fun. I can't. I was thinking about that though, about you doing the podcast and doing all the stuff you did with Mercy. Like, I finally and I only see them 2 weekends a month. Like, and they're asleep when I go over there at night. Like, the amount of stuff you have to do from like 7 a.m, it's coloring and tag and hide and go seek, and then you have to work. Like, I'm exhausted after that. I don't know how you did all that for so long.
You know, my friends don't understand here. They're like, "Where the fuck are you? You never hang out." Bitch, I have an 8-year-old. You forget. Everybody forgets that they had an 8-year-old and how complicated their life was. And some people skim through it. Some people get nannies. Some people, whatever. That's fine. That works for you. I wanted to be a part of her life. It's a lot of fucking work. It's like marriage. It's a lot of fucking work. It's a give and take.
Right.
My marriage didn't last the first time because it wasn't a give and take. I was running around like a fucking Indian. But once you see what marriage entails, I would love to hang out with my friends more, but I can't dump it on my wife. I got to take her to little events. I got to take her to kickboxing. I got to help my wife out whenever I can. And I like hanging out with her. So it's not even like a chore for me. It's not like I'm watching a kid today. I fucking hate it. No, I enjoy it. I've been hanging around fucking savages for 30 years. It's nice to be around kids that just talk to you about whatever the fuck they talk to you about,
I know. How old is Mercy? Mercy's about to be 9, 8 or 9?
About to be 9.
Holy moly. That's so crazy. 9 years old. Time moves by fast, man.
And it's real. It was like she's like a year away from asking fucking creepy questions.
Does she Google you yet? Has she? I mean, I know she did a little bit in LA, but no, she doesn't. She hasn't. You're just still a dad to her.
She don't give a flying fuck about me or my career. That doesn't even. And I don't want her to be involved in that. Do you know what I'm saying? She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, of course not. No.
You ask her if she wants to see the Many Saints. Go ahead, ask her. She'll tell you. I don't want to see it. I don't want her to see it. I don't want to see that shit.
I'm excited to watch. I'm going to Florida tomorrow to visit my dad. We have it all planned. We're going to take some edibles and watch it as soon as I get there. He has an 80-inch TV. I'm excited.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. My dad's the king of retired people. He has an 80-inch TV. He has beanbag chairs at the house, lava lamps. He's doing anything he wants to do down there.
It's really crazy, Lee. It's as much as I don't want to talk about it, I have to talk about it. I'm looking at that right now. I'm about to turn 59 years old. Unless Costco hires me, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I know you're looking for a little gig, right? You've been putting applications in. You're trying to get a little more security in your life. You've done all the realm, and you see that this isn't really a secure life. Once you have a girlfriend and you're looking at marriage and you're looking at things, this is a weird life. Because they can't really handle it. They'll tell you they can't handle it, but they can't handle it. 6 years down the line, she's going to break up with you. Well, how do you expect us to have a relationship? You're always gone. You know,
Right.
So,
No, I mean, for you, man, you've been working so hard for so long, and it's like what are you gonna do it for 5 or 10 more years? And you never know how much time you're gonna have left, how much good. Like you're still healthy, you can still do everything. Why not enjoy it? I mean, what's the point of killing yourself if you can't spend any of the money you made or go on vacations or I'm Steve Simone and I were talking about this the other day. It's like, yeah, I'd like to be rich, but if I could make enough money to where I don't have to worry about it, but I still get to go on a vacation or watch a movie on a weekend. It's like, what else? Like I honestly had this talk with my mom the other day. Like I moved out of my mom's place immediately. I was in a car a week after I graduated college to go to LA. And I was really nervous about going back, but when I get a job, I even told her, like, listen, I might just stay here and like to see if I move in with my girlfriend in a year or a year and a half. I like being here. Why am I gonna waste money? I like getting to have dinner with my mom every night. It's like leaving LA showed me like even when I was before I met you working in TV, the shift that I worked was either 10 to 7, which means I had to leave at 8 in the morning, get back at 8 at night, or I'd work from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. How do people have lives, much less families, doing that? It's I know there's a lot of people happy doing it, and I probably could be happy doing it in some way, but I think there's a lot more to life than just working.
well, for me, you know, I'm a fucking spick. I love to work. You know,
I
mean,
like to
that's-
work too, yeah.
You know, I love working. I love being busy. I love my mind being, you know, thinking about positive shit. You know, what I could do to be better. I always enjoyed that. As far as comedy is concerned, I wanted to give it a breather, just to see what I really love, what I really am about. It was 30 years, and it wasn't 30 years that was part-time. I
No.
busted my ass. You know, I think before I met you, I think of 97, 98, 99, 2003. Those years for me were non-stop. I didn't turn down anything. It was a $10 job, a $100 job, a $300 job. You know, I remember coming off the plane and shooting. You know, I remember like now, I get off a plane and I like would call you and tell you I'm done for the day. When I first got to LA, I would get off a plane to go do shit, to go shoot a TV show, to go fucking do 3 more spots. It's crazy. So I used to take Sunday nights off when I met you to do comedy, or we'd do the podcast or whatever. I never took a fucking night off. From 91 to 2005, I didn't take a night off. I know that for a fact. But until I got the longest yard, I forced myself to take time off. But until the longest yard, I never took time off. That was 13 years without a night off.
Do you think that would have changed if you had a kid?
Mind. If I would have had a kid, I would have had to learn to work around it. But if I would have had a kid in 95, we wouldn't be married anymore either.
Wow.
Because I love comedy. I loved comedy so much until 2007 that I gave up everything around me. Like I gave up health. I didn't give a fuck about staying out till 4 in the morning and sleeping till 7. I didn't give a fuck about eating after the Comedy Store. I would eat 2 times after the Comedy Store. I would eat with Andrew. I would go with Dice somewhere, and then I would go with Red Band somewhere. You know, I didn't care about my health. I didn't care how fat I got. The fucking goal was to be funny, to learn how to be funny, and to be a working full-time comic. That was it. Nothing. I didn't care about bench presses. I didn't care about calories. I didn't care about, you know, diabetes. I didn't care about health. I didn't care about anything. Comedy was first. Drugs was second. Life was third.
Wow.
You can't. That's no recipe for a family.
No, not at all. It's amazing. It's amazing how much you've changed.
That's a recipe for no family, you know, and that's what I didn't have. I never had a family. I never had a wife. I never had a kid because of those reasons. Because comedy was one, and cocaine and drugs were a tight fucking second, you know. And dating chicks with no kids was a tight fucking third. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no kid knocking on the door when I'm trying to eat some ass and shit. I'm eating my own Cocoa Krispies.
I don't blame. Hey, it was never on. That's something I learned from you. Is like you never know what's like. That's you never plan. You plan, but you don't have like daily. You don't like to go past a day. I never planned on dating somebody with a kid. I never planned on living back in Boston. But gotta say, man, I'm happy. I'm happy with the way things turned out so far.
You know, we never plan anything, and we don't. I was talking to my wife when Mike came in today. My wife and I were sitting there talking. And last night our game got canceled, so we went to the football practice. Our kids, you know, my daughter has friends that their kids play on the football team, or my daughter's friends play on the football team, you know, the 9-year-olds. So we take the chairs, we take some waters, we get some potato chips, and we go to the fucking field. I don't eat no chips, my wife and the parents. And there was a guy I talked to, and my wife asked me today, you were talking to him last night, how's he doing, you know? He's 35, and he put a bunch of shit in front of him to do, like remodel, vacation, 2 kids, you know, fucking one kid plays flag football, the daughter plays softball, cheerleads, you know, plus he works in New York City from 11 to 7:30 in the morning.
God.
So a couple weeks ago, he just, you know, it's the law of diminishing returns. You could put that time in, you could do it, but eventually the fucking reservoir is going to bust. You know? And it busted. So he's just trying to take the pieces back. So he had to take a week off of work on holiday pay. And then this week he's got vacation. So he had to take 2 weeks to get his life situated again because it had gotten so far out of between the remodel, this, that. So I told my wife, I go, that seems like my life. When I met Terry. When I first met my wife, I was always doing something. And it wasn't until maybe 5 years later that my wife said to me, what the fuck is it that you're doing? Let me see your notebook. And I would show her what I was doing, and she would say, why are you doing this gig for $50? Why are you doing this gig? Get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of this. And because it becomes the law of diminishing returns. You're doing too much, and you're not getting anywhere. You're just, you know, you're just fucking, what's that expression? You're just
spinning your wheels?
Spinning your fucking wheels. That's it. Yeah. You're really spinning your wheels. You're making a little bit of progress. I'm not saying that there's no progress to be made in that time. But at the same time, you're making a little bit of progress, but you're doing so much that you're really missing the fucking point. And that's what I was doing. I wasn't doing that in L.A. before we left. L.A., you know, I was talking to Josh Wolf the other day. And we were talking about what you and Mikey were talking about before I came out here, even the reefer. My anxiety has gone down in the daytime. It's okay for me to hit the weed twice now. You know, like if I take 2 hits off a pipe in the daytime, it's okay. I did it the other day and it's okay. But guess what? I didn't want to do it.
Wow.
Like I don't like smoking in the daytime no more.
What happens if you were to smoke?
It's okay. I get hungry. I get high.
But it doesn't give you anxiety? Like why
no,
do you
not like it. Before I was rebounding. I had rebound anxiety. So when I would smoke or take an edible in the daytime, it would just blow it the fuck up.
Oh no, okay.
But now, because of time, the anxiety has gone away. So the other day I wanted just to try it. I went to my friends and I go, let me just try it, because he always cooks something good. So I took 2 hits off a pipe, and I got high. But reefer now makes me think of going to sleep.
Wow.
I use marijuana now to go to sleep. So it's like my sleep apnea machine in bed. I don't go to bed to watch TV. I wanted my mind to know that when I go to bed, it's to do one thing, to get my dick sucked or to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I don't lay in bed to watch TV. I don't lay in bed to read. I don't lay in bed to think, because I want my mind to know that when I go to bed, it's to sleep.
And those edibles don't make you like you had a rule for me towards the end with the edibles. You're like, no more ideas, because those edibles they'll give me idea. If I take enough edibles, I won't go to sleep.
Oh, you have Johnny Bad ideas. You start calling me with businesses and fucking corporations and
I can't help it. Every time I get
Fuck.
edible, I start thinking of things. I can't sleep on it. And you can sleep, you just go right to bed.
the podcast is Squirrel House.
Clubhouse, but yeah, I still stand by that. I still stand by almost all my ideas. That's
Whatever the
fucked up
fuck
thing.
it is. The podcast is Clubhouse. That was a bad idea, but why throw salt on the wounds? You know what I'm saying?
No,
I've
that's
had
fine.
some bad ideas myself. But, yeah, my head has some bad. I've done some bad fucking things when I get high. You know, like I
God.
get high at night. I do some stupid things, like I'll order fucking Band-Aids or something like that in the mail. You know, I'll do stupid things. I got a rule here. Once I smoke or take an edible, I'm not allowed to open up a computer.
Oh yeah, what do you go
I
on
had to make
Amazon?
I had to make a rule, man, because I start buying plane tickets. The next day I wake up and the tickets to fucking Tunisia, you know, and it's leaving in December. I got the dates wrong. I got the fucking, I'm done. So like a couple weeks ago, I went online. I did something stupid. I bought something stupid. No, I bought something I needed. It was for the guitar. I needed a stand, and then it got lost, and then the Amazon didn't have it. So then I ordered the wrong fucking stand, so it came, so I had to send it. So I'm like, I'm not going to order nothing at night no more. I'm going to let my wife order it. From now on, there's a rule. Don't get on the computer. Don't do dick.
That's
I go
funny.
from the chair, and then at night I got a ritual now, too. I turn the TV off, and I sit for 15 minutes.
Do you meditate? What do you do?
It's like a light meditation just to get the bullshit out of my brain before I go to bed, because sometimes you hit the bed and you think about your day, and then you get agitated all over again. So I'm like, I made so many little fucking adjustments just to help my sleep. People keep saying to me, you look so much better, you look thin, whatever. I'm not doing dick. I'm drinking water, and I'm sleeping 8 hours. That's it. And I think back of L.A. Like, I look at my sleep logs from L.A. Lee, they were horrible.
You have sleep logs?
Yeah.
You write it down, or your sleep apnea machine does it?
My sleep apnea machine does it. And
Oh,
I get
wow.
to look at it. And I looked at them the other day. Wow. Well,
How
not
much
the
were you
other day,
sleeping?
About a month ago. It wasn't too good, Lee, at the end of the fucking week.
Yeah. No, I mean, you get home anytime you did comedy, you'd probably get home at like 11, 12, go to sleep at 1, and be up at 6.
I was fucking sleeping like 40 hours in 7 nights.
Wow.
And
Yeah, that's not good. It makes a huge
That's
difference.
not good. 38 hours or something like that. It just was not good, you know. So now I actually got it up to fucking like 55 hours a week, 57 hours a week.
And you can tell a big difference?
Yes. I don't need coffee. Coffee
Wow,
has
okay.
become obsolete in my life. Espressos, not even one. I live on 1 cup of American coffee a day. How crazy is that? I love coffee. I'm like any other fucking American. I could drink coffee all fucking day if you let me.
You were
Give me a
taking double espresso shots before you went to the
double
comedy store.
espresso shots with a fucking cigarette. Oh my God. I love it. I don't even smoke. And I dream of that shit. A nice double espresso with a joint. Maybe 2 or 3 bong hits and a cigarette. Ooh.
Jesus.
You get in the car after that, you're cutting motherfuckers off. Telling them to suck your dick. That's my lane. That's my
love that.
exit, cocksucker.
Driving with you is like no one else. I love driving with you. It's so fun. You got to bring a jacket and you got to bring a water in case you're gonna have edibles. But it's fucking you're gonna have a blast.
Oh, yeah. And I still fucking have a blast by myself when I drive. The other day I pulled over because some guy was just decided to, I swear to God, Lee, he just decided to get on the side of a 2-lane road
Okay.
that's small enough as it is. Like, if you see these 2 lanes, you're like, I'm going to die. But this fucking clown decided he needed to make a fucking phone call. And he gets on he pulls over to the side, but he's not really on the side.
Oh
He's
yeah.
3/4 over the fucking line. So there's a line to fucking Chicago to try to get around him. So I'm waiting like 15 minutes, and finally I got to get around him. I'm coming back from kickboxing with Mercy. And I stop at the guy, and he's talking on the phone like, well, whatever, like Johnny fucking Realtor. And I go, "You cock sucker!" And his expression, he just cracked. He just stayed there. And the guy he was on the phone with must have heard him because he just fucking stopped. I'm like, "You cock sucker! You motherless fuck!" And as I didn't say motherless fuck, I did, but under my breath.
He said
I just hit him with the big cocksucker. I hit him with the big casino. And about 5 feet later, I realized Mercy's in the back seat.
I was gonna say,
Oh, fuck. I go, "Mercy, I'm sorry about that." And she goes, "What?" I go, "I cursed." And she goes, "You did?" I don't even know what that means. I go, "That's good. You don't need to know what cocksucker means, cocksucker." You know what I'm saying?
you told on yourself. Oh, she's gonna hear. Oh my God! I don't know if we told it the last time or not. Did we tell on the last episode how you yelled at the two cops messing with the homeless guy that one morning at 8 in the morning? I think we were high at 8 in the morning going to the podcast. I forget where we were going, but these two
You were
cops were
driving to
messing
the
with the homeless
doctor
guy.
or something.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
You were driving to like a surgery or some shit, and we were stoned to the gills. And we're on the Cahuenga.
Yep.
We're on Cahuenga in Burbank. It's this fucking death street. Dick Van Dyke wouldn't even live on that fucking street. It's death. And we're driving on the street. It's Monday morning. It's 8 o'clock. And these fucking cops are twisted. They got their car twisted. Really? On a Monday morning? There's not enough traffic. Everybody, even Martians, even Mexicans in Mexico will tell you, "Don't drive in California in the morning." Fuck no. And they're like, they know it's fucking heavy duty traffic.
Yeah.
This motherfucker had his car twisted. Now, I love police. I don't like yelling at the cops. But you can't be that fucking stupid. You're not helping the public. Right now, you're harming the public. You're going to cause a fucking accident. You got people backed up. You're making them late for work. You're not helping the general fucking public. This is what I get pissed off about. I don't mind them beating up a black guy or a Cuban guy or a Chinese guy. That comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A white dude, fucking hit him in the head with a fucking car, run him over. But you
That's all fine.
You fucking twisted up a traffic, and you saw that lane that morning. You saw how much cars they were doing. So I pulled up to the motherfucker, and I'm like, "You cocksucker!" And both of these cops, they're looking around. They don't know where the fuck it's coming from. I'm like, "You cocksuckers, get it together!" And I kept yelling. I kept yelling something. Move it.
Yeah, no, because I think I was driving and you yelled out across the car. And then what about the homeless guy who came and attacked you and you hit him with the car at the 7-Eleven?
Oh. That was the worst 7-Eleven in the world, ladies and gentlemen. This was, I saw a girl get pimped out against her fucking will one night in there at 4:45 in the morning. I saw some kinky shit in this 7-Eleven. It was not a good 7-Eleven. And one day I go there with my wife. I think we were looking at The Office.
I think we were already at the office or something.
I think we were already at The Office. And I go to 7-Eleven. And my wife is in the car. And I get in the car. And this motherfucker's saying shit to my wife. Like, giving her the finger and fucking doing all that shit with his tongue and shit. And I get in the car and I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy's problem?" She goes, I have no idea. I go, "Oh, get away from the car." He goes, "Fuck you." I go, "All right." I just fucking put the car in drive and just rammed him. And I hit his fucking knees and he went back. And I pulled it back and I'm trying to fucking get out. And he runs up to the car. And he fucking punches the car. The window shatters in his hand. He broke his hand. I can hear the whole hand go. And he's like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "That's what you get, cocksucker." And I just pulled off. I think I ran over his foot, too. He was like Steve Buscemi in The Sopranos. I fucked him up. He was limping with a broken hand.
Oh, my God. I can't. That was like, there's never ending of the stories with you driving. I love it. I love it. The Ice House sent me a message on Instagram to let me know they're opening back up
in February.
And I like those are probably my favorite. Going to the Ice House with you, because for a while we did it like every month on a Wednesday for the live podcast.
Wednesdays and one Saturday a month. New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was and then the Testicle Testaments like that. I gotta say I'm really happy that they're opening back up because that Ice House was probably one of the Comedy Store is a special place, and I loved being able to go to the Comedy Store, but it was almost, I felt like at home at the Ice House. They were always so nice. from the security guys to the managers to the wait staff, the sound guys. Like it was just so much. I felt like at home there. It was so much fun.
Lee, yeah, I mean, listen, L.A. was L.A. I was there for 23 years. I had a good time. If I was to tell you there was things I wouldn't miss about L.A., I would be lying to you.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a lot of shitheads, and there's a lot of fucking egotistical, dumb motherfuckers. And there's a lot of pedophiles. And there's a lot of fucking sexual deviants and all that shit. But I gotta be honest with you, man. It's like the people that were good were really fucking good, you know. The Ice House was sensational. Patty. I don't know if you know that one manager up there died. That young
no.
blonde girl passed away during COVID.
Oh no.
I gave
That's
money
so
to her
sad.
fund from Patreon. Yeah, she died. That girl was a sweetheart. Remember who I'm talking about?
I think
The little,
so.
like, chubby blonde, kind of a flat ass, but really cute. Always brought us water. Always
Yeah.
made cookies and shit. She passed away during the pandemic. I tell you how guilty I felt. I even called the fiance. I gave the GoFund money, and I think I even threw him a couple yards because she was sensational. You know, there was some sensational people at the Comedy Store. There was some great people at the fucking Improv. Except for Jamie Masada, I don't know anybody else at the fucking Laugh Factory. You know, the two bartenders, the Asian dudes from Thailand.
Right.
Those guys were there since I fucking walked into that comedy club in 1997. You know, they were fucking good people. There were some great people who I definitely still miss in L.A. You know, D'Agostino. You know, I miss Steve Simone. I miss who I spoke to the other night, Fucknut, you know, with
Eric?
The Beast. What's that? The podcast? Sickler.
Oh, okay. Ryan
You know,
Sickler. Yeah.
Rudy. There was some exceptional fucking people. Josh Potter. I know
Yep.
you miss little Josh. I see him on Instagram doing his thing.
He's doing
You know,
great now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, I feel like fucking the dude from Goodfellas when I see Josh Potter. Look at Josh Potter doing up the town. You know what I'm saying? He's out there. He's on the road. He's opening for somebody on the road. These are all guys that I knew when they were fucking kids. Like I knew you when you were kids. So
I know.
I miss Felipe. I miss George Perez. I miss Rodrigo, Johnny Rock,
Look at Darren Carter. He's at the Comedy Store a lot now.
Darren Carter. Look, he sat tight. They wouldn't give him love. Now it opened up. Now he's at the store 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen in this career. And that's why you hang on with comedy. Because, yeah, you had a bad day today, but tomorrow you can hit the lottery. The reason
Yep.
why you got into comedy was to hit the fucking lottery. So you don't know. You just have to stick it out. You have to be there when nobody else shows up. I don't care how listen, I could be really ashamed right now. You know, I could tell you that my acting career didn't start till The Sopranos came on TV. I made a career out of doubling down on Big Pussy's back. I could say all those things, and somebody could say that to me. But I know better than that.
Yeah.
I know that, yes, I doubled down on Big Pussy's career, but you still got to act to book those roles. You still got to be able to be funny to book those roles. You still have to audition well to book those roles. Just because you look like somebody doesn't mean you have a guaranteed role. You still have to do the work. I would still sit with these auditions and, you know, go over them for 3 fucking hours with a fine-tooth comb just to get these roles. So
Right. And do they expect you to turn it down? Like, like, I'm going to get roles just by myself with nothing. No, like, no, they're looking for that kind of person. You fit the description. You did the work. I'm glad you don't think that way. That would be, I mean, that's getting in your own way.
But it's an honest way to look at it. I've looked at it other ways like that, and yes. But because I'm honest with myself. I have to fucking honestly look at the mirror and go, how did I get to this place? Well, The Sopranos piggybacked me through Big Pussy, blah, 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 blah. But then I just took over. You know, I got the longest yard because I didn't look like Big Pussy. They weren't looking for Big Pussy for Spider-Man 2.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that, like, Mad TV launched my career, Analyze That launched my career. I was supposed to look like Pussy, and that all helped, and I took it. you know? Listen, there's no small jobs. There's just small actors. You know, that's a great way of looking at it, you know? And I put the work in. I could look at the mirror and go, you know what? I put the fucking work in. You know, me and Mike and I were talking about music. How when you start in a band, you got to do cover songs. And then you try to fit in your fucking original music in between that, but people don't want to hear that because you're not Jimmy Page. Now, if you're Jimmy Page and you show up to, you know, but that's wrong also, because I still remember 93, 94, Eric Clapton did a tour. And the motherfucker did blues, and people were running out of the arena, throwing their tickets up in the air. They were mad because he didn't do Layla, or he didn't do fucking, you know, I Shot the Sheriff. So when you go for change sometimes, people don't like it, but you got to stick to your fucking guns, and then they'll like it.
No, one of the smartest things that you taught me, because I talked to a lot of people about their podcasts, is you can look at trends and you can look at what people like and work to that, but you can't ask them what they want or do only what they want, because they'll get bored with it. And you got to do what you want, and hopefully the people who are supposed to find it will find it, and you'll be happy. There's no point in doing something if you're just pandering and you don't even like what you're doing.
No, but I see now, from not being in LA as a comic, I see other comics doing the podcast and them saying what you want to hear. I could see it now that I'm out of it. I could see that now. I could see, I just see a lot of things that, listen, I am who I am. And I'm rough and tumble, and I'm going to say whatever comes to my mind. You learned that over the fucking 10 years. That
Oh, yeah, you're not shy.
Listen, they're going to be mad. One thing about you that I always loved was, like, tell these fucking people. I love when they say, hey, make sure you put this guy on the podcast. That's the last guy I'm putting on the fucking podcast. When you guys give me a recommendation at home, like, put this guy on the podcast, that's the last motherfucker I'm putting on.
Yeah. No,
you know, unless I think of it myself, I'm not putting this motherfucker on. When you guys send me weird messages, you ever get a weird message sent back to you from me? Like that you can't understand it? That's all done purposely. That's all done purposely. Like you'll call me and say, are you going to be in Phoenix Thursday through Sunday? Can I do a guest spot? I'll say there was a fire at my house and my cat got killed. I'll call you next week. You know, and you're like, what the fuck? I just asked him about a spot and he told me about his dead cat. That's what I've been doing for years. Yeah. I will not put a guest on the show because you want me to put a guest on the show. I will not talk about something because you want me to talk about it. Like every Monday morning after a fight, people go, can you please talk about this situation? You know, if I find it fit to talk about, I'll talk about it. But if I know Rogan's going to do it better, why would I even try?
Exactly.
Rogan's got that fight down to a science. If you think I'm going to come on here and try to go hand to hand with Rogan on his knowledge of fighting and boxing and shit, I'm not going to do it. I might give you my take on it, just, you know, from what I'm thinking that we should discuss it, like I did with Conor McGregor and with John Jones last week, which I got to pull my John Jones podcast back because, Jesus Christ, I didn't know what he had done.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea what he had done. I just thought that I love John. I fucking love John Jones. I love when he talks to me. I like being around him. He's a fun guy. He's filled with energy. But I think this guy, this time he hit it on the head when he said he has to stop drinking because of the trauma his brain got. I think that's real. Remember when we had Big John McCarthy on the podcast?
Right. Oh, yeah, of course.
And he told us that he thinks that OJ killed his wife, but he didn't fucking remember. Like, he couldn't even because of the CTE. Like, you know, CTE's a motherfucker. And when you throw cocaine and alcohol on CTE, that's like giving an Indian gin. You know, you're just looking for fucking problems there. So I got to recant my little John Jones podcast from last week because I love John, but I think what he did last week was a little out of bounds for John. I think that
they released the 911 tape and I couldn't listen to it.
Was it bad?
I couldn't. I didn't. I don't want.
I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. I feel bad for John. And I wish that he gets it together because once it comes into your house, that's when it's bad. That's when the next one's going to be bad. once it comes into your house. When you're doing shit that's out in the street, it's one fucking thing. But once it comes into your house, your 3 kids witnessed it, your 2 kids, whatever, then it gets real. So I wish them all the luck in the world from Uncle Joey's joint and the fucking church. You know what I'm saying, cocksucker? What kind of job are you looking for?
You know what? I have a couple of things. I'm talking with some people who can like use my podcasting knowledge. I would love to figure out a way to help podcasters interact with sponsors better. The thing that I was always frustrating at the beginning of podcasting was everyone had the same Hulu Plus, Blue Apron, and they're great companies, and it's great that they believe in the medium, but it's really, I feel like it still has a long way to go, because like to get, and I know that they tip in their toe a little bit, but to get Coca-Cola in there, to really, like one of the coolest things that I got to do, and it was very small. I just did the introduction. You closed the deal, but Tushy was just, I was like, you kept talking about bidets, and I was like, let me look for bidets. And I found them and I wrote them an email, and then you guys figured everything out, and they're a great company to work with. But I think what podcasting offers that people don't really understand is it's not just an ad people fast forward through, hopefully, or are missing anymore. Is when the host or the podcast has a real connection. It's like why Ari doesn't have Expedia as a sponsor, like stuff like that, like stuff that really connects, I think is missing. So I'm hoping to find something. That's where my thought is right now.
You know what's crazy, Lee? You more than anybody know that I have a process for sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to put something out there that I don't believe in.
Absolutely.
And then we step it up a little more. I don't want to put something out there that I don't use.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have the Bond Company today. We have DraftKings today. And we have Onnit today.
Yep.
I use all 3 of them. And I'm very happy with all 3 of them. Fucking DraftKings. You know you could create a profile on DraftKings?
And do what with it?
People follow you and follow your picks, and you could create a community on DraftKings.
I'm so jealous. I can use DraftKings for like the daily fantasy, but I can't. In Massachusetts, you can't do the sports betting.
There's no sports betting yet?
No, only in states like Jersey where it's legal.
Right.
So that's it's. I would love to do that. I'm jealous watching your reads and getting to do that. But that's awesome that you get to follow. I mean,
I love my products. I really love my products. When I was with the surgery, and I still do, I use that CBD lion tape when I go to the gym. If half those products, you always see those products are diminishing. There's a reason. Because I'm fucking using them. You know.
I mean, and that was something that you taught me, because like so people would reach out and have like competing sponsors, and you'd be like, I'm not going to do it. How am I going to go 1 week and go with company X that does the same thing, and 2 weeks later I'm doing company Y? I lose credibility. I really do think like we got in, not even at the beginning, but to over 10 years ago. I think there's so much that podcasts can offer. It's funny that after all the fun, Lisa and Outer Space, everything that we did on the church, the comment that I get the almost the most is my argument with Joe about audio is the future. Me high as fuck, not really being able to make sense. But 5-6 years later, he's with Spotify, and I really do honestly believe in this medium. I think it brings something that is missing right now.
I love it, but it's about to change again.
It's always changing.
I think it's going to change again, and that's what I like about it the most, that I think we're looking at something that's about to change again. Something's going to pop up with this pretty soon, like its own channel, a better way to do it. Like I'm loving these Zooms. Mm-hmm. I'm loving these Zooms. This would have saved us if they could make the Zoom a little better. Maybe if they could able to smell our farts. Like if I could fart in a fucking canister and you could smell it at home, it would add to it. Or if they could smell the reefer or something, but the podcast realm is going to change. You know, it's a shame that I'm getting older. You know, my thoughts are a little old. I had a lot of young guys. Like I had that really good age group, 21 to 32, whatever, you know. But now I'm not smoking pot on here. You know, I'm doing so many things I wanted to change. You know, I didn't want to come back with the same old fucking song and dance, even though it is the same old fucking song and dance. It's just, you know, you just try to be honest with people. It's the same fucking song and dance. We just try to make it a little bit more, you know, fresher is what I'm trying to. But I feel that this is about to change any fucking day now.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, when we started, it was all people talking, having fun. Now companies are doing like full-on productions. They have actors. They have seasons. ESPN has them. Companies are starting to have them, and it's always changing, and that's what's so fun about it. And that's like with you, I like, yeah, I mean, there are some aspects of the joint that are similar to the church, but even though you are a very you know, you're set, not set in your ways, but you have the ways you are. You have your beliefs and you stick to them. But something that you do is you evolve. You change. When you're done with something, you're done with it. And it would be, I think it'd be disingenuous if like you jumped on there smoking joints on the podcast, and then as soon as the podcast ended, you never smoked. Like when you were smoking on the church, that was just you smoking all day. It was just you changed.
It was who I was. So I don't want to misinterpret who I am to these people at home now, because we change. We evolve as human beings. Listen, I could have came back here and gone up to New York or Hudson County and got a state-of-the-art studio and done all this shit. And Lee, I thought about it, and I got to be honest with you. I'm not sold on all that high-level shit. I still like this to feel like pirate radio. I still want this to feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like the cops could knock on my door at any time and go, hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be doing this. Like, this is what I wanted it to do. I could have got a fancy studio with lights and 6 guys bringing you coffee. And, you know, that's not what a podcast is supposed to be. That's radio.
Yep.
A podcast is supposed to be something that if the sound is a little muffled, we're not worried about it.
Right.
If there's a sound of an ambulance, we're not worried about it, because it's not Memorex. It's fucking live.
Right.
Before, people, is it live? No, it's Memorex. Now you and Memorex could suck my dick. It's live. People don't want Memorex no more.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. One of my favorite, it's a meme, I guess. It's a picture of people, like, it's like, this is a podcast, and it's one guy sitting next to a billboard, but like the people on the billboard all look like they're talking, and it's one guy just sitting next to it, like he's part of the conversation. What I loved about our podcast and your podcast is it's almost like me. Like, I'm an introverted guy. I don't talk much. It's like we're having a conversation and you're doing most of the talking. It's not pre-scripted. It's not like you are doing stuff just to make a laugh. It's honestly what it's like, almost like a journal. It's like your audio journal is the way I look at your podcast. And you have points and you have thoughts that, I mean, you're one of the most prepared people I ever met. You have a notebook. I'm sure you have a notebook right in front of you.
No, not today.
No notebook. Okay.
Nah.
But I mean, that's the way I view this. As, like, some people are different, and so I love other podcasts that have themes or whatever. But I view yours as an audio journal. That's what I think.
That's what it was supposed to be from day one.
Yep.
That's what it's supposed to be from day fucking one. You know, it's not supposed to be fancy lights and drum rolls and shit like that. It's just supposed to be 2, 3, 6 morons talking. You know, there wasn't supposed. I could watch John Oliver if I want graphics. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I think. That I even do an injustice to YouTube, the podcast with YouTubing. Like I was telling Mike, I'm thinking of taping podcasts like Bill Burr and just putting a picture up on YouTube. They don't have to see anything, you know, no more. They don't have to see it. This was created for you to listen, for you to start listening again. This is what I wanted. This is why I loved putting out CDs and albums.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hate specials. I fucking hated them. That's why I was bad at them. I didn't enjoy them. A CD is how I was introduced to comedy. Not a CD per se, but an album that skipped, that bounced a little bit. Your uncle left it out in the sun one day. He went to get milk, and he left the album in the car, and the sun bent it a little bit. So now when I hear it, it's actually doing like a boom boom. But I like that, and that's what I wanted for the podcast world. Even the people at home to be going, shh, I don't want my mom to hear it. Like that type of shit. That's what I always saw the podcast as. So who the fuck knows? This is what you see it as, and this is what we want it to grow as. And I'm happy you took the time today to come on and talk some shit with me. I was sick and tired of doing these serious fucking podcasts. It's time for a goofy podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shoving whipped cream up people's assholes.
Oh no, I love it. It's always great to talk to you, man. It's always there's no one who can make me laugh and like even when you said that, like my cheeks still hurt. It's just like you say that you're taking a break from comedy, but in reality, you're just taking a break from going on stage. I'm taking a break from going on stage. I just don't like. There's no one who talks like you think. It's and that's why the podcast is great. Because I mean, you say you're getting old. I don't think you're that old yet, but I mean, the shit that you can say on podcasts, you're in your house. What's better than that? Who wants to drive an hour, sit in traffic, have people cough on you, someone's pulled over to the side? You come downstairs, you do your 45 minutes an hour, and you get to go up and color, whatever you're going to do.
That's it. I haven't colored in a while, cocksucker. Don't be
no,
goofing on me.
She's done coloring?
She still colors. There's no pandemic, so she don't want me in the room coloring with her no more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was when she was supposed to be in school. We would color. She was coloring the other day. She asked me, and I just found some of the pictures I used to color. I got a whole folder. I must have colored 1,000 pictures during that fucking pandemic with her. But ever since we moved here, she colors in her room. She colors at school. She don't color here with me no more. She's getting big.
That's crazy.
I go in her room once in a while, but I don't sit in there. I go in her room to talk to her and shit. I tell her to clean her room, but I don't sit in there. It's not as big as the room in L.A. I don't even think she has a chair in this room. No, I just sit on the bed. It's
That's
2
awesome.
rooms upstairs. I'm happy you're doing well. You look great.
Thank you. I'm trying.
I'm happy that everything's working out for you. I'm happy that you're loving that asshole. I told you. It was like a Hershey kiss. It's the best smelling shit you'll ever smell. You know what I'm saying? Shit smells bad, but sometimes that asshole just smells good.
Now I haven't gone into it yet. I just stay on the outside.
You haven't put your tongue in it? You haven't put your tongue into the shaft?
No, not into the
that's the true vaccine right there.
How do you get it in? How do you like push it through that?
You just
tight.
keep pushing your tongue in. And then if not, you loosen it with a finger. Just the tip. It's like the thimble.
Yeah.
Like just the thimble of the finger, and you open it up. It's like a shoe. What do you call it? A shoehorn. You know what I'm saying? Just enough to get the fucking tongue in your asshole, and then you go in, and then you machine gun it. It's like you have to go in and out though, not like the clit is up and down like a snake, like a rattlesnake, right? Like,
Right.
But the machine gun in the asshole is like this. And then you see what happens? The tongue is folded, so when it goes into the asshole, it opens up. It's a fucking surprise. It's like a fucking fortune cookie of love. You know what I'm saying? Just in their asshole.
I'm going to start doing tongue exercises.
You can't lick the asshole and lick the pussy because the clit will get sick. It'll
Really?
cough and shit. Yeah. It's pussy, asshole. You can't go asshole to pussy.
What do you have to do? Listerine in between? Because I've done that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, you might get a pussy sick. She might get... The clit might cough and shit. You'll hear it before you bite into it real hard. You know what I'm saying? Like a piece of calamari. You bite into that fucking clit and you sniff it at the same time.
I laughed thinking about you the other day because she was like, "Oh, I want to take a shower," and I just thought about you always saying like, "I like a little bit of onion," and I was like,
"There's
no
showers allowed. Get that little hairy monkey out here with that Greek tzatziki sauce on the monkey." And let's get that party started, Jack. That tzatziki sauce, when it's got that little oniony small to the pussy. And if it don't have it at the beginning, just keep two-finger Louie in it. And eventually you'll hit Eureka, and that fucking wang will come out of there. You'll smell their kidney, their liver, their intestines. That's when you know you hit fucking rock bottom, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. Oh, my God. That's actually
from
probably
Baltimore,
the best.
Jack. I went out for a ride, and I never came back. You know what I'm saying?
Your dad's not coming back. Leave me alone.
Your dad's not coming back. Leave me alone, you little ugly fuck. I told you this. Go practice baseball. No wonder he left. Go practice your swings. No wonder he left. Cocksucker. You didn't eat your fucking
Joey.
chicken. You didn't eat your fucking nuggets. Now you want to knock on the door. Mommy, give me breakfast. Go fuck yourself, you little cocksucker. Go watch
go get a
Discovery
snack.
Channel or something. Make believe you're eating a sandwich. Fucking women with kids. What a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh my god, hysterical. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I love it, Joe.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I love you, cocksucker.
I love you too, buddy. Thank you for having me
black.
on.
Anytime, my friend. Stay black. Always a pleasure to see you. Give my best to mom and dad.
I will.
Tell dad I said hello. Give him an extra edible to fuck him up out of respect.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun this weekend.
All right, stay black, buddy. Thank you for coming on Uncle Joey's Joint.
Of course, buddy. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
What's happening, Twinkle Toes? I hope you enjoyed the fucking episode. You know, it's always great to see him. Like I said, we're still fucking tighter than fucking shoe leather. We still chit-chat from time to time. I miss him. We didn't have him on last month because of a different agenda, but I promised I'd have him on today. No two episodes. All we need is just one to fucking get the party started. So I hope you enjoyed it. I also want to congratulate Michael, myself, and you guys. It's a 1-year anniversary since we started the joint, so thank you for watching today. Thank you for being part of it. I know we had some rocky fucking moments here, but we're back up running. You know, we're still not 100%, but we will be in the next couple weeks. Don't forget about Laughing Gas. It's available and ready to fucking go and stronger than ever. I should be getting my next batch next week. And beside that, that's it, you bad motherfuckers. You know Uncle Joey loves you. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Have a great weekend. I want to thank DraftKings. I want to thank fucking Freeze Pipe. I want to thank MeUndies. I want to thank CBD Line. I want to thank Onnit for always having our back. And I want to thank you guys because you're the best in the business. Stay black. Have a great weekend. And now for a word from my motherfucking sponsors, Jack. All right, cocksuckers. I love you guys with all my heart. I want to thank Lee. I want to thank DraftKings, Freeze Pipe, Onnit. I want to thank Michael. It's our 1-year anniversary. Most importantly, I want to thank you guys for always having our back. The joint is brought to you by Freeze Pipe. Nothing makes you feel like a bigger loser than when you fucking cough in front of your friends and half your fucking teeth in your lung comes out. Freeze Pipe is here to turn all that shit around. Freeze Pipe is tremendous. Smoking weed doesn't have to hurt your lungs, guys. For years, I've been putting ice in a bong and smoking it or snow like in Colorado. With Freeze Pipe, you can get an icy cold hit every fucking time. It comes with a detachable chamber you freeze beforehand. Here's how it works. The smoke passes through the frozen part and cools down the smoke as you inhale. It's like putting ice cubes in a bong, but better. It's non-toxic. It freezes. Water freezes faster than water, and it stays frozen longer. Freeze Pipe cools down the smoke by hundreds of degrees. Whether you hit a pipe, a bubbler, a bong, or a dab, they got it all. I've got the bubbler over here, and I fucking love it. You could smoke from it. Freeze Pipe makes it a lot fucking better. You understand me? This is the bong you've been waiting for. Take it from the expert of fucking reefer. This is the bong for you. Go to freezepipe.com right now. Press in code Joey, and I'm going to get you 10% off your first order. Whether you get the bong, the pipe, or the bubbler, I'm not going to let you down. This is the pipe you've been waiting for. That's freezepipe.com. Press code Joey and save 10% and go into the murky waters. The joint is also brought to you by, from the heart of fucking New Jersey, DraftKings. Listen, it's week 5 of football and you're still sitting there scratching your head. Most pros don't wait till week 5 to put their fucking bets in. The Raiders played Monday night, whatever happened there. But now we got a whole new week, and DraftKings is ready, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. They're reliable, they're consistent, and you can withdraw your money whenever the fuck you want. I'm looking forward to the UFC this week. I'm looking forward to Thursday night's game. But it all starts tonight with the Dodgers against the St. Louis Cardinals. But listen to this. You can put in your bet tonight, but DraftKings has an offer that's fucking crazy. They're giving all new customers, ready for this, and you're new, $150 when you bet $1 on any NFL football game. That's it. But you also got fucking baseball. You got the NBA starting on the 18th. This is the season, cocksucker, to make some money. You heard me, you cocksucker. Head to DraftKings Sportsbook app now, today. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, bet $1 and get $150 in free bets instantly. Now, gambling isn't for you. You don't like sports. I get it. If the sportsbook isn't for you, DraftKings still has huge cash prizes up for grabs all season long with their daily fantasy contest. However you play, DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at $1 million. DraftKings Fantasy is real. My friends love it. I don't play fantasy. I'm more of a sportsbook type of guy. But whatever you are, DraftKings has you covered. Get ready to win some money. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use promo code Joey to get $150 in free bets when you place $1 bet on any football game. It's that easy. Use promo code Joey at this week's DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Now, New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Colorado only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit to make a $1 wager. That's easy as shit. One per customer. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you got a gambling problem, take care of it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or if you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But if you're not, if you're solid, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today, and let's win some Gitas. And it starts tonight with St. Louis and the Dodgers. We'll go tomorrow night, the NFL football, and then Saturday you got the UFC, college football, and then rolling into Sunday, you got football and baseball playoffs. Who's better than you? Nobody. The joint is also brought to you by one of my personal favorites, Onnit. Whether it's the Alpha Brain, Shroom Tech Immune, Shroom Tech Sport, New Mood, the MCT, kettlebells, Onnit's got it all. Go to Onnit.com right now. Read, look at all the products and supplements they had. I can't help you out with the club bats, and I can't help you out with the kettlebells, but when it comes to supplements, Uncle Joey's got your back, cocksuckers. Go to Onnit. Start with the Alpha Brain. Start with the Black Label. Listen, they got 100% money back guarantee. If you don't like Alpha Brain, you can keep the product and they'll send you the money back. Who else believes in their product like that? Nobody, cocksucker. So go to Onnit.com right now. Press an Onnit on checkout and save yourself 10% delivered right to your house. I want to thank Onnit. I want to thank Freeze Pipe. And I want to thank DraftKings. And I want to thank you motherfuckers for making this the best week that you can. I love you, cocksuckers. I'll see you next week. Tip Top Magoo on Monday morning. Stay black. Uncle Joey loves you.